Hey guys, welcome to ShayanGaming. So today I wanted to make this video just kind of talking about trolling and people flaming in general in League, and kind of how it doesn't really make sense and how to kind of improve your chances of winning. So basically at the end of the day, League is a game where to win, because obviously everyone's playing because they want to win, right? Obviously then yeah, you're just trolling on purpose. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about when people kind of get upset about something, or someone flames at someone and then they start tilting and then they just lose their focus and lose the game. I'm talking about that. So basically at the end of the day, you want to win. To do that, you need to take the Nexus. To do that, you need to take turrets. To do that, you need to basically either kill them or if they're not, in the way, then you can just take the turret. But then there will be some times where you can't do that by yourself. You can't 1v9, right? You can't, like, if the other team's good in every single way, they're destroying every other lane, they're even, let's say they're not destroying your lane, but they're all going to get fed, and then if your team's constantly feeding, then, it's going to be a 1v9. Now, unless you're that good, unless you're, like, the best player in the world, and you can carry the worst possible case scenario that could possibly exist in League, where your whole team's dead, like constantly dying, the enemy team is constantly destroying you guys, they're completely fed. Unless you can carry that 1v9, then there's no reason to flame, because think about it. Now I get it, your teammates will make mistakes sometimes, but at the end of the day, if you can't carry it, then you need them. I mean, there's no way you're going to win that game without their help. And yeah, they're dying right now, and you could flame them and say, oh my god, you're so noob, why do you keep dying, oh my god, blah blah blah, start swearing at them. How will that improve your chances of winning? Just before you even flame at someone, just think about that. How will that improve your chances of winning? It might tilt them, and then they'll think about it and then improve, and next game, they won't make the mistake. But right now in that game, the only way you're going to win is based off their help, unless you're that good to carry. And if you're that good to carry, you don't even need to talk to them, just carry. I don't see why you'd waste your time speaking to them. But anyway, if you can't carry and you need their help, then think about it. If I came to you and asked you for help and I was calling you words or being rude to you, why would you help me? You wouldn't. And that would be my fault. It's not your fault. Yeah, even if you've made mistakes, at the end of the day, I can't control your actions. And if I'm coming up to you and asking for help but I'm being rude to you and you say no, that's my own fault. If I want to win, if I want to personally improve my chances of winning, I have to make sure my teammates help me, because I know I need their help. And to make sure they can help me, I need to be nice to them. And if they make a mistake, I'll tell them in the most positive way possible, hey, this is what you did wrong, next time be aware of this. That's the most I can do. There's nothing more I can do in the game. I can't control my teammates' actions, I can't stop them from feeding. The only thing I can do is tell them the mistake they've made, tell them how they can improve it so that they don't make it again, so that we have a chance, so that we improve our chance during this specific game to try and win the game. But then some people, of course, just flame at them, and then they all tilt, and then it's basically over. Like, everyone just gives up. And that's, whoever flames, I mean, that's kind of well, it's not your fault. Obviously, they've made mistakes, but you're not helping it. You're just making the situation worse. Whereas, if you decided to help them, there's a possibility that they could all stop making the mistakes, and then you can actually win, and then you win that game. From completely giving up, you've gone to actually winning the game. Yeah, I see so many people just raging at people, like, oh my god, why aren't you doing this, and like swearing at them. Like, if you depend on someone, you gotta be nice to them, otherwise they're not gonna do it, and then you've lost the game. You're the one who loses out, not them. Either you didn't do well enough to carry your game, or you made mistakes, or you're just not managing your team properly. And another thing, like, if someone flames at you, don't say anything back, just ignore them or act cool. Just this is the way I think about it. Someone can spend their whole life following you everywhere they go and just say bad things to you, and then what's going to happen? Are you going to live your whole life unhappy just because some other person's following you and just saying bad stuff? I mean, you can't control that person's actions. He could follow you for the rest of your life. I mean, you're living your life because you want to be happy, right? So if you want to be happy and there's someone always trying to make you sad, it's up to you. You're the one who controls your emotions. You don't need to be made unhappy by what they say. In League, it's even easier because you can mute them. You won't even hear what they say. But like, in reality, you kind of just learn to just shut them out. Like, they can say whatever they want, you just continue on with your day. But in League, you can actually mute them and you don't need to hear from them. So just do that. Because if you let them get to you, then you're going to tilt, you're going to start doing badly, then it will be your fault. Because your teammate can say whatever he wants. But for you to do your best in every single game, you need to just zone out from it, ignore it, or instead of muting them, just continue giving advice. Like I said before, just tell them what they're meant to do properly. Forget that he's flaming at you, just say, hey, you made this mistake, well, I don't know, people seem to get really upset if someone says they made a mistake. I mean, that's the only way you're going to improve. You need to accept the mistake and learn from it, otherwise you're just going to keep making it and you're never going to get better. But, you know, try and somehow tell them the mistake they made and just ignore the flame. Ignore if they're calling you noob. If you know they've made a mistake that's really easy to fix, just say it. Like, if someone's pushed into the enemy jungle when all 5 of the enemy team are missing and they haven't recently died, then, you know, that's risky. Ping them as well. Like, try and literally pretend you're every single player on your team. Pretend you're playing every single champion in your game. You know, if they're going somewhere else, ping them, because if that was you, you wouldn't go there, because you know that's very risky. Or tell them to water and run, get the hell out of there. Or like, get ready to flash. Like, try and just be the 5 people on the team to try and help yourself win. It sounds really messed up and tough, like that's League, I guess, but yeah, that's kind of how it is. Hopefully the new champion select, which hopefully will be bloody fixed soon in Europe, which has been down for ages now, but hopefully that will kind of fix like people flaming at the beginning and wanting to go AFK because they didn't get their role. But still, at the end of the day, just if everyone just gives each other advice, then wow, like every game will be so good. Like, you'll never have to be worried, and if you make a mistake, you know, you're not going to tilt and make even more mistakes. You're actually probably going to make less mistakes because people are actually helping you and supporting you. And yeah, I mean, that's the way it should be. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful, and you know, just ignore the people who flame because they don't benefit you. Just think about how you want to be happy in your life, and if someone's making you unhappy, then don't tilt and make yourself more unhappy by starting an argument. Just ignore them. I mean, done, and then you're happy. You can do whatever you want. So yeah, good luck on the Rift, people. And if you guys have any other tips or strategies on how to deal with players or how to encourage team play and make everyone think about like strategies and stuff, then just leave them in the comments below and tell me your experiences. Tell me what you've kind of done that's helped people win, or how you've dealt with stuff. And yeah, let's share and improve the League community. And see you guys later in the channel. Adios.